Then he goes into her pants while she is crying. This is sexual assault. And if you are saying this is not because it's his girlfriend, fuck you.
Is this goodbye? No, it's not goodbye. Not at all. Explain yourself. I will. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know, pretty far away from this stuff at this point, but I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious. I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it, but I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing.
Ludwig was right. It's a totally different topic. Like, that's not even, the first sentence already is like nonsense in my opinion. Ludwig was talking about that people he was collabing with, co-workers pretty much, and not just friends. Or not friends. That's a totally different thing than the story here, but okay.
It as time goes on, because why not? Before that, I would like to address everything that was said today. I wrote this myself, so I don't know if it's even good. I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have half my screen right now is red, because I can't write for shit. It's not through ChatGPT, shut up. So, this is April of 2021. We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing with her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with, so we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emiru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya. Me and Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, season 1. I loved it because she made me feel like it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well. And I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my people.
Bro, he is burning through this. Chill, bro. That makes me suspicious. Right. Compare this to how Emiru did it, and how she was struggling to tell some things, and he is just burning through all the sentences. Weird, but okay.
Years and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful, but I had no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Connery's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to
America, man. Crazy.
Be safe. The cops came. The drunk driver did have a gun and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night. And on the way home, I grabbed her hand and she grabbed mine. And we knew we were trauma bonded and we didn't want to let go. We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other, playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together.
I don't get it. What has that to do with the stuff Emmy said so far? It's like, how long are we in? 3 minutes in, he hasn't said shit. He's just yapping.
Together as we always did, and we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love, first time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here, look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw.
Huh? How does that matter, bro? If there's someone on the bed, your girlfriend, and you throw a phone, even like that. Bro, huh? Even if that is the case and he did it like that, that's still dumb.
Throw the phone. That's it. And when that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her on my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship.
Yeah, that's, in my opinion, typical for people that are at fault. I don't say he is, but that's typical behavior. He's talking about so much that has nothing to do with the actual stuff that was said about him.
Up into this
besides the phone thing now.
Point from her stalkers, from the ones that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safe.
That makes no sense, man. She did that before she moved into your house. You invited her into your house knowing that she had a stalker or stalker as in multiple types of them, and then you let her move in, so knowing that she has those people around, and she moves to you that thinking she's safe or more safe, probably, and then you are complaining and saying stop posting or do it less. Eh? It's not her fault that some people are weird. Like, and yeah. And saying that every stalker is schizophrenic is like, what are you talking about? Like, there are a lot of creepy people outside in this world. Like, sure, but I don't get his thing here. He knew it, invited her, and then said, yeah, stop it.
Safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house, or anyone that was near us.
Yeah, then don't invite her into the house. You knew it beforehand.
Agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else, and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she would tell.
Yeah, nah. Nah. You are not comfortable with as a guy. It means you don't want that your girlfriend is seen in a sexual way. Probably, I guess. Um, that makes no sense, man. Bro, what are you talking about? That makes no sense. That's not shining a good light on you. That makes no sense. That has nothing to do with the stalker stuff. Bro, maybe you start thinking about you do something. Huh? I'm so confused right now.
Tell me that if I had a problem to let her know. And at first it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems. I told her.
Wait, OTK is the organization with Asmongold, right? With Asmongold, Emiru, and him, and I don't know who's there. But why do you have to hide that? Like, a relationship between coworkers is so common. Like, that's so normal. I don't get that. Why did you need to hide that? Maybe in front of public. Okay, I get that one, but in OTK, why?
If we were going to be serious about this relationship,
If you go in and say, "Yo, Emiru and I, we started dating," just so you guys know, I think that would not be a problem. And we are all adults, right? We are not like 21, 19, 18, something like that. Those guys are all over 25 or so. I think Asmongold is way older than that. We are all adults, man. Shit like that happens. Why hide? I don't get that. That makes no sense.
I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do. We had a doggy door.
I don't get it. What trouble? I mean, I'm not in the organization, obviously, but I cannot think of anything that should happen because some colleagues are dating each other. What is the problem? Huh? I don't get it. I will watch in private later the reaction from Asmongold. I saw that he did one, and I think he is in OTK. Maybe he has to say something to it, because this is just weird right now. Maybe I'm in the wrong here, but I don't get it. Like, there's what should happen? Huh?
Between our rooms, just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin circle, they never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad, but our love for each other was strong, and we knew we can handle it. In September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others, trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emiru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan. She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad, the stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression, that most of my hair started to fall out and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
This is not good. This is not good. This is really not good. If that is true, that is really not good. For nobody. Being in a relationship like this. This is bad. This is really bad. This is really, really bad. This is really bad. That's like a toxic relationship from a textbook. Yeah, that's bad.
As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight, and being that Emiru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high strung. Ugh.
I don't know why. I cannot say why I feel like this, but I got the feeling that this is not real, and this is acted. I cannot say why, but it feels not natural.
We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain, but I thought it could be fixed over time since things were just so amazing that first year. But I'm so gay. But as we stayed around,
Yeah, showing emotions is gay, man. Fully. Not. If this is real, and I'm wrong here, and I'm in the wrong, and this is real, which I don't know, obviously, but just what I'm getting the feeling of. Yeah, that's bad, man. But I mean, obviously, there are some crazy things going around right now, and were thrown at him. That is crazy. And maybe he is still in love with her, and now he remembers all the good times and all the times back then. And it hurts him. Still doesn't change the shit that he does, that he did. Probably. I don't know, because I wasn't there, but that was said.
longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of only mode.
Emiru
has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
Wait, what?
Only mode. Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in.
Bro, just a tip for the next time you do something like that. Turn off text-to-speech, man. Bro, what is that?
These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible, and my
Nothing more to say. Bro, if you really mean what you're saying here right now, right? If this is a really serious thing and you want to say that stuff, turn off your notifications. Bro, this makes it so weird. I couldn't even listen to most of the stuff. I have to rewind a little bit because of the... People are trolls.
Rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you." Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting. This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage. I would tell her to
Okay. First off, yeah, whatever that was disgusting. But bro, this is so zoomed in, zoom out, bro, this is not, that doesn't show anything. That shows some weird stuff that is really disgusting, but that doesn't even show closely to, that's not like, zoom out, man. What is that shit? That could be from some video somewhere, whatever. That's not. Yeah.
take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. In fact,
but doesn't she now also have rabbits? I don't know, but I think she has. And they are alive, aren't they?
when Maya came over during my cancer,
that's what I mean with zoom out, show a little bit more that this is really hers. Like, how the fuck that could be every video, some video from the internet, whatever. I don't know. How should I know?
She actually commented on Emiru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected and this is disgusting." Emiru wouldn't clean the cages and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day, and what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her. The fights from these times...
That makes no sense when you see the over 40 or 40 messages that he wrote to her after the breakup. That makes no sense. That, like, she shows some evidence, like, that makes no sense. That makes no sense what he's saying and how he's acting. What he's saying and how he's acting doesn't match up.
Started to get worse. I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came. These stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers as a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong, but I would constantly tell her on and off stream that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship.
Wasn't that the Bonnie thing? Wasn't that Bonnie? Or what she was called? That that made the hero move. I call it like that now. Ah, man, that's weird. I wish he would debunk some stuff because the shit Emiru said was crazy. And if this is all real, then this dude is cooked. And he needs help, man. He needs help. That's why I hope he could debunk some stuff. But he's saying so much, but he's not proving things really. Like, and the one proof we just saw with the video was like, bro, that's not really a proof. Like, that's a video of a shithole, and there's no evidence that this is really Emiru's. That's weird, man. And he's saying some stuff that doesn't add up to the evidence that Emmy was showing. So that makes no sense, man. That's so weird, man.
Relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person, and I'm sorry who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have.
I just saw that comment, you're a man, it's natural. Bro, if you are a man, it's not natural to control your woman. If you're a man, you have more than enough self-esteem to let your woman do whatever she wants, man, because you know you are the better man. And that's, bro, shut the fuck up, man. Those are some people that haven't seen pussy in like the last 20 years or so. Bro, shut the fuck up. Man, this is so weird stuff. Bro, what are you talking about? She should not wear pajamas. Bro, if she wants to wear pajamas on stream, let her wear pajamas. What is the problem, man? I mean, it's comfy. I get it. I would do it as well if I would fit into a freaking pajama, but I'm a fat fuck, so I don't. Who cares, man? The one thing I get is probably the don't talk about the people that are going out to meet her or watch her or other stuff. I get that. I think that you should not talk about it because you give other people dumb ideas with that. But on the other hand, like, don't meet with people like with other people and bro, work on your self-confidence. Like, what is wrong with you, man? How can you forbid a woman to do stuff? What are we like? What are we doing here?
Done better.
I'm back. Sorry, someone knocked at my door.
And I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move.
This one, by the way, I believed. That felt really real. But the one thing before, I didn't really feel. But this one felt real right now. Because what he also said in the moment, like, that got to this point. Yeah, obviously, this is a shit thing.
Move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights, but the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed.
Don't fall for us. Oh, it's chat is crazy. But yeah, I get what Monkey Kid wants to say.
They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last, but I didn't know how to get out of the relationship. She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat. Every month went by the last year and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect and I reflect on those situations poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad. But Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Bro, you cannot compare punching holes into the wall to throwing plushies. Bro, come on. What is that shit? And even though you cannot even, like, that must not that bro. This is There is no evidence. You cannot prove that she did that. That's just what he said. He proved himself that he's thrown a handy and like a phone, and the walls, the hole in the walls are proof as well. But a thrown plushie is like, come on.
Time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening. This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. Just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship. This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was...
First of all the gun talk is crazy to me, man. Like, I'm German, bro. Like... bro... Why is everyone having a gun, man? What is happening? And then the second thing I want to say is, bro, this just is showing, in my opinion, this is just showing that this was a toxic relationship. I said I would kill myself. She said she would kill herself. Bro, stop the fucking shit and just... Bro, what is that shit here? What is that? What am I watching?
At my house. His background picture was Emiru, and when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and that's all they did, is terrifying for these girls. And terrifying for the situation in general. I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy at this point. I knew we had to end it and soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument.
Yeah, okay, this is bullshit. I'm sorry, man. I really went in here with trying to be neutral, listening to this, to what he has to say, and but I think I'm biased right now. Like I went from neutral to going to bias on Emiru's side, because this is bullshit, bro. She posted a picture that is like probably hot or something, I don't know. And yeah, she knew he was going to be upset about it. Why, by the way, being upset about it? Like, you know her content. You know she's doing stuff where people will probably fantasize to. So if you can't handle that, then don't be together with her in the first place. And the second thing is, she admitted to it that it made him upset. Doesn't mean shit. That is not saying she admitted to do it just to make him upset. That's not the same thing. She just admitted that it made him upset. That's it. That's what he said.
And I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then. But we got...
No. Okay, here's two stories clash on together. This is a story where she was crying, right? If this is the story where she was crying, And he is telling the story like this. This is bullshit. And I'm fully on Emiru's side here because this is telling the story in a so different way that it doesn't even seem like the same story. This is insane.
Got back together soon afterwards. And during those last few months where we were fighting, we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress. And we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want. And Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this. One day...
Okay, I have to go back because the chat
very true.
Filled with idiots.
This is exactly...
It's not sexual assault, that's his girlfriend. You can also sexually assault a girlfriend or your boyfriend. Those are people that don't know shit about life. Bro, when she is not saying yes, it's not like, read the situation. She is crying, and that's why this, how he told the story is a big problem when if it's the same story. But from what I listened now and what I listened from Emiru, this is probably the story we are talking about. The same. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. She is crying. He is comforting her. Then they are Then she is saying that he is kissing her over the face, on the neck, and all the stuff. Then he goes into her pants while she is crying. This is sexual assault. And if you are saying this is not because it's his girlfriend, fuck you. Go watch a therapist, bro. You are a dumb fuck. Fuck you.
What happened, and she cannot argue this. One day, after staying over Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that I was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go. I love you." That week, I made flights to Japan because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again. I have...
Okay. He is not, oh man, how do you say it in English? He's not going into stuff that is sent against him in a way where he's like, no, I didn't do that. He's just saying, like, I'm not the best person in the world, and I have my mistakes as well. But she. He's just firing back. Bro, it's not about the stuff. You are in a position where, bro, like, she put out so much proof that you did really shitty stuff. This is insane, man. This is insane. Like, the way he's twisting stuff is insane.
Never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other. I did see her at a party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door, I said whoops, and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend. I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her, but I was never following her. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3
So he is pulling out the emotional card. Like, he's saying stuff, and after that or before that, he's saying, and I was drinking all the time because I couldn't sleep. Like, this is emotional manipulating stuff. So, yeah, fuck it. Okay, now I'm fully on Emiru's side. Like, fully. I believe her 100%. He's manipulating people like crazy.
3 years.
You don't see that, or you don't recognize that if you have never been in a situation like that. You will probably not be aware of that, or you maybe have people that had situations like that, and then you could see it as well. But you will not see that, and young people will get caught in this emotional shit and believe him. Read the chat from time to time. It's crazy how many people are behind him. It's crazy. It's insane. It's insane. There is no cancel culture. That shit doesn't exist.
Straight. And trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate
saying that he wishes all the best for her. What else should he say? Like, what else should he say? There's no way. Like, I don't know, man.
hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation, and I hope that she can move on.
Yeah, because you are cooked. You are cooked. You are the... Yeah, she is the victim. In my opinion. Like, I can't say that it's all true and all this stuff. It's always just my opinion and what I think about what from hearing all the stuff. That's just my opinion. What I think about that stuff. Which I normally do not take a side. But in this situation, I think it's clear for me, for my own judgmental thinking process, that this dude here is cooked.
We're in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me.
If that is true, good. Good. That's a good step.
If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is.
I wrote it out because I cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation.
You never should freeball that. You never should do stuff like that without writing it down first.
I want to make this real, and that's it. Okay? I'm going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan. My plan for myself was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well. And that's completely understandable. Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said. And that is what's going to happen, because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry, I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. and I will say this proudly, Emiru abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're in Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside. And it's disgusting. And I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing up in my life. But it's something that she claims that she didn't do. And people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around.
Even if that is true, which would be crazy, and this is also really dark shit. And that is really bad, like really, really bad. He's just going to you. He's actually only using that. She said he will just use that, and he's actually using that. It's insane. I don't get it. I don't get all the stuff he's talking about. I think he shouldn't have done this statement. I think he should have just stay low and didn't say anything. Because I think this makes it worse. Because he doesn't look good in this statement.
What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and Emiru, I mentally have been fucked up for years. And I'm very proud of myself for working on myself. And I think leaving Austin was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me. I do believe that. I fucked up a lot, and I'm never going to not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone. I never got kicked out of Austin, Texas. I left myself. I'm absolutely mentally fucked. I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better. I feel like I'm very calm right now. I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel angry. I feel that every day I'm trying to learn more and more and do better, but I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true. And I don't like that she was portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship, and that's what it was. Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest. I was, and I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know, I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting and it has ruined my fucking life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys.
This is a crazy take. Good that he knows that this is happening in his mind, which is crazy. That is so crazy, man. But that's just underpaints Emiru's story. So he just should shoot himself in the foot with that, which is on the other hand good because now he knows what to work on.
I know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people, and it's a problem. It's a serious. I'm definitely way better than I was now, or I am now. But it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day. I am not perfect, and I fucked up with that. I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive.
That doesn't have to, bro. I played Rocket League competitive like for years, and whenever I lost to a team that was better than me, I just said, yeah, nice, they deserved it. The one time I wasn't like that when I lost to a French team, but this is like French-German hatred. You don't understand. It goes deeper than that. But even though, yeah, they deserve it because they are better than you. That's it. And there are so many people that are better than you and me, obviously. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They deserve it. Why? Because they are better. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be. Nothing has to do with that attitude. Like being competitive doesn't mean that other people are not like valid to be better. You know what I mean? Like get more views, more money, whatever. It's insane. This is narcissistic behavior.
It was streaming because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing. Did you really?
And you are living a good life, aren't you? What is your problem? can't get enough. Okay. Yeah. Fuck you then.
Drive 150 miles an hour. I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the freeways are open. I drive fast all the time. I remember one time when she was picking me up from the airport and she was in her blue Corvette and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying. But I'll say this. I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the person...
Whenever he admits something, he's saying the same... Wait. Oh, holy shit. Whenever he is admitting to something, he always is after that then saying, but Emiru did this and this and that. You know what I mean? That's manipulating. Just say, yeah, I suck. I'm an idiot. I need to get help.
The Mizkif in Austin, Texas is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world. I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with. And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her very stressed as well. And mentally, the situations we were in, it just...
You don't say.
Cataclysm, both of us. I was a very toxic person and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over. And the second time I broke up with her was forever. I did message her a lot afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where...
This is a lie. Bro, we read the messages in the video. This is a lie. It's not about OTK. Yeah, some of them, but bro, no. This is bullshit.
I did want to go back to her. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I was drunk. I thought I needed to, but yeah, that's it. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about. This is something I think that we went over, and I am glad that it is out there, what I just said. And that's it. So that's it. I said what I had to say. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will be back. I'm not leaving anytime soon. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
I feel like if he is...
What? Excuse me?
Established that as a boundary not to post very early on, first year, and they were together and been around for like years together, this is my take, I'm going to assume that she knew and accepted that boundary. So now you can make whatever you say about him, and you'll be right. You say, oh, he's a controlling fucking controlling psycho, whatever. Then people are gonna say they're insulted, insecure. I agree. Insecure bitch, 100%, definitely.
Yeah, obviously she accepted the boundaries. What are we talking about? Like, she's in love. She wants this man. He's setting boundaries, and she's like, okay, yeah, man, I love this dude so much, bro. In a healthy relationship, there are no boundaries like that. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It doesn't change anything. Yeah.
Right? Yeah? And I think everyone will agree to that. That's 100%. Right? Unfortunately, it's, I feel like since it was established early on, it's something that she was okay at the time at least. So that's what...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. I know what he wants to say, but it doesn't matter at the end.
On that, and I would be more than willing to understand, or you'd have to walk me through how what I just said is wrong. It's still wrong though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's still wrong though. Why then even say it? It makes no sense. Okay, that makes no sense. He will never see my video, which is fine. But this makes no sense. If she accepted it, that's a normal in toxic relationship. that one of both is like in a situation where she, in this situation it's her, where she is doing stuff to apply to the dude. So he is fine with everything and he's happy, and she thinks when he is happy, she is happy, but that's not the truth. So yeah, I get where he's coming from, but that makes no sense. And even mentioning it, it makes no sense.
I think the truth lies in the middle, definitely. As in, he makes it seem like it was only boundary, whatever, and it seems like when I was into her, it was more like, oh yeah, he was doing this, he was doing that. I think it's probably a little bit of a wiggle room in the middle, but I don't fucking know. I'm making my take with the information I'm given. That's it. What can I do? What else can I do? I'm not gonna fucking be a weirdo. Yeah, so I do absolutely think though that with that in mind, that the throwing stuff around, I gotta be honest with you, more than likely malicious for sure, and he would have to atone for that or completely debunk it, which would impress me. But I'm not trying to be rude, right? Like I'm not trying to be like assumptuous or weird about it. I think definitely more than likely. About the essay thing, you guys are gonna, I feel like it's not, even though my take is rooted in complete reality, I feel like people are not gonna want to listen. Because it's a moment where somebody is, obviously went through some trauma, obviously Emmy was spilling her heart out, right, and giving her story, and I respect that. I gotta respect that. And with what she said as an event, I can see how this plays out for him and for her in their own perspective, right? And be in a way where nobody's completely far out in like the absolute wrong. Because it's a big read the room moment. And if both don't read the room and Miz doesn't read the room at all, right?
Yes. Alexa, stop. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Yeah, read the room is correct. Yeah, you're right. Read the room makes sense. But she was crying. If you can't read the room when she is crying, then this is sexual assault. Hands down.
Him standing up kind of absolved.
And even that in Mizkif's The Truth video, on the end, putting in XQC is insane in my, like, why is this in this video? Why is XQC's take in this video? Why? Because it opens up a way out for Mizkif. That's the only reason.
Of misreading the room. Sorry, that's my take. My take is that, okay, let's say you're deluded, okay? You're horny, let's be honest. Most guys are. Then some traumatic thing happens, right? Some crying ensues. Clearly, it's a heavy moment, right? It's a heavy moment for her, definitely, right? And she's having probably a hard time, right? And she's being emotional or whatever, right? She probably expects to be given time, understood, comforted with words of affirmation, some form of comfort, whatever, right? And then she doesn't get that, right? That is since I was watching your stream, that probably was what I was looking at, right? She's probably having a hard time, right? And she wants something positive. Yes, interesting. Okay, good. Next, his perspective. He probably thinks, oh yeah, she's crying. She needs comfort.
A dick. She needs a dick. She needs my dick now. She's crying. Let's fuck.
Comfort, whatever, right? She gets close, does the kissing, whatever the fuck, right? Yes, the reading the room is shit. Clearly, the man is not reading the room. She's looking for comfort. He is looking for physicality, right? That is, he's not reading the room for shit, and he's wrong for that, right? But yes, it is gross. I understand. From his perspective, if there's...
You understand that it's gross. Bro, nah. Okay, yeah. Nah. Okay, that had nothing to do with the Mizkif video. This makes me mad. Holy shit. Yeah. I said what I wanted to say. I'm disappointed. I tried to go in neutral, but yeah, it turned out to be bullshit really quick. So Yeah, that's it for the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and let's see where this is going. And I will react to some beatbox in the next days to freshen up the mood a little bit. Let's go. Peace. Bye. And toodaloo.